Hey everyone, today is day 11 and today's mantra is abundance. This is our 21 days of prosperity and abundance training with Natalie Pace. Thank you for joining me. So, thinking abundance. Now remember, we want to be a creator of our life. That's the theme this week. So, how is abundance going to play into that? And what do we do to think? Right. Like not as a platitude, but actually think about abundance in a way that is going to help us be more of a creator. And how do we think about abundance if we feel like we're struggling to survive or buried alive in bills? Right. So obviously, we're going to have to solve that if that is the case. We can't ignore it. And so we're going to have to look at ways that we can solve the budgeting issue, right? And that's going to be part of the strategies that we do when we repeat this 21-day program and use the gratitude game audiobook. You're going to do specific exercises to help you keep the money in the family, to have more disposable income, and to stop letting money fly out the window towards all of these bills that we all have. But there's other ways that we can also start embracing abundance in our life, no matter where we are, even if we really are buried alive in bills. And one of the ways is this: abundance is a feeling of having more than enough. Now, this is what I have an activity for you today, for sure. And it may require that you have to set it up and then do it in a few days. But this is it. Even if you're buried alive in bills, I want you to take an hour today. And of course, if you're financially free, still do this, right? Because financially free people who have a boatload of money, maybe their time is really taxed, right? And that's the one thing that they don't have enough of. You still need to do this exercise, either spectrum, wherever you are. And that is, I want you to donate an hour of your time. That hour can be donated to a family member in need. It can be donated to a charity, whatever it is that you want. It could be donated to a farmer harvesting if you think that regen agriculture is your next chapter. So that's what I want you to do. And again, you may not be able to do that today. You may need to set it up today and do it in a few days. But that's what I want you to do. And again, remember that a lot of times that act of charity is actually the instigator, the spark that can create the abundance that we so desire. Has been for me, right? With regard to financial freedom, starting the Women's Investment Network. When I first started it, I was just a few months out of being a struggling to survive and being a single mother when I started it. And of course, we did beta testing and all of this, but I really jump started. I'll give you a tip. When you can lighten your load, that makes it easier to fly. So I had teamed up with another single mom and I cut my housing expenses by about a third, and I cut my food expenses by half, and I cut childcare down dramatically too. So, by that one fix solved a lot of things and allowed me to fly and to start, doing this next chapter of my life. So again, how is abundance going to help us with that? This is training our brain that we have more than enough. Because if we feel buried alive in bills or struggling to survive, the message that we're sending ourselves is that we don't have enough. We don't have enough money to pay our bills. That's the basic thing. Now, I'm not saying ignore that. I'm saying fix it. And I'm saying do an exercise where you have more than enough time and you have no motivation, nothing in return. Your whole purpose for wanting to donate an hour of your time is to improve somebody else's life. That comes back to us tenfold in other ways, and it can lead to magic happening. But the reason that we do it is for all of these other reasons too, and in addition to, increasing our own mental, emotional IQ with regard to having more than enough to give. So be sure that you go in there with an open heart, with expecting nothing in return, and with really wanting to make a difference. And set that up this week. Again, this is going to be a shorter session today. We had a longer one a couple days ago when we did our visioning. Hopefully you had a lot of fun yesterday. And today, set up that 1 hour at minimum of charitable giving and really go back to that financial freedom game. What is it that you really are interested in? What is your passion project? And let that be something that, that you donate your time to, that passion project. Of course, if a family member really needs you, donate it to the family member. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. And thanks again. Abundance, abundance, abundance today. And when you, even today, as again, we want these mantras to be top of mind, even if it's bill paying day today. I want you to think about abundance and say, and look at that bill and go, that housing is too much, right? I'm going to solve it. I'm going to start thinking outside the box. I'm going to read the Thrive Budget and the debt reduction chapters of the ABCs of Money, and I'm going to solve this. If Natalie can do it, I can do it too. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.